Hey guys, welcome to the Uptakes podcast. With me again today is Jello, Jamo, Ravi, and also Miles. So in today's episode, we'll be touching base with the UP Fighting Maroons men's basketball team who played their second and third matches over the weekend. The first match against the Benil Blazers, and the third match that we had this Sunday was against the LPU Pirates. For the Benil Blazers, we won that match in a very, very tight and close game, 81-80, with as POG, debuting guest player, franchise player, and UP prospect Andy Himao with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Para naman sa game natin against the LPU Pirates, we won convincingly at 102-82, and we featured more of our players, bench players that did not get to play on the match during Saturday. And POG for this match naman is one of our also top recruits, VJ Pre. So 2 games, similar winning stories, obviously, but different types of features. So let's get some thoughts regarding that particular game, especially on Saturday first. No? So Miles, so palagay mo, what happened during that game? It was really, really intense. It was really, really close, and a lot of people flocking to the BTC just to watch that game. So did it live up to the hype, Miles?
Yes, it's very much lived up to the hype, Mark. Actually, it was one of the most cardiac games we've had in a while, no? Talagang nakakatakot. It was really tense, especially towards the end. We'll tell the story of that later. Let me just start off by saying na no, hindi tayo katulad ng tingin natin sa government, hindi pwedeng puro resilience tayo, no, na matatambakan muna tayo saka tayo babawi for this game. Although CSB really had a hot shooting afternoon on that day, no, 54% from three. That's a lot of luck on their side. So it's not just us playing bad defense, but it was definitely contributory to that. We were playing really bad pick and roll defense. They were abusing us from deep. Talagang tinitirahan tayo. And because they got their rhythm, they even got the contested shots to go in. That's why they were shooting at an unreal clip, 54% by halftime.
Was it
That's
really that high?
good. Yeah, it was that high.
From
When
3
we checked
points?
the stat, correct, from 3,
Was it
54%. Nung
bakit
halftime, it went down.
halftime?
No halftime.
Okay.
Nag-low of
Yung
averages dun sa
overall
11.
overall naging 30 kasi.
Yeah, it went down to 30. They lived and died by the 3. Fortunately for us, ultimately they died. But for 3 quarters, they were living it up against us. It was really bad. Atrocious pick and roll defense. No? But we were able to claw back. And before anyone says na ginapang tayo ni Andy Hemao, we love Andy Hemao. But it was really a team effort that got us back. Ray Remogat had 13 points, and we need to give our boy Gani Stevens a big shout out. He outplayed the former NCAA MVP, no, si Allen Liwag. Allen Liwag
Yeah.
had 8 points and 6 rebounds. Gani Stevens had 14 points and 11 rebounds. In terms of plus minus, he was second only to Andy Hemao. He was plus 15 for that game, and he was perfect in the line, 4 out of 4. Gani Stevens, take a bow.
Wow.
You are really one of the best local bigs right now, especially with Mike Phillips gone. Gani Stevens has a legitimate
Last
claim.
playing
Has a
year na niya,
legitimate
no?
chance. Correct. Last playing year niya na Gani Stevens really has a legitimate chance to be one of the best bigs in the UAAP, if not in college as a whole. So I think that's the story of the game. Of course,
See?
later we can also talk about the other story of that game. But any other observations from you guys?
Robbie, any of those other players that stood out for you?
Ano ba? But, well, ah, ang gusto kong yung mga mga key players doon, yung mga bumabangga sa amin, sina Payosing, ano pa ba? Si tapos ano ba yan? Basta
They
Nakabahan
really played their
yan.
part, no?
I'm happy na yung mga guards came to the rescue, no. Eventually nahabol din ng UP dahil merong maliban kay Andy, may the guards continued playing the running game, and eventually nung nung hindi na hindi na pumapasok yung mga binabato na puro tres. Eventually na nagkaroon ng clutch shots on the part of UP, and nahabol yung mga tres ng Benil. So
Yeah.
kudos sa guards.
Yep, bumabalik na naman ng classic UP cramming Maroons. Ika nga nila. I mean, the
Yeah.
experience also playing in VTC is quite unique. At the beginning, akala namin, ito ba ang home court ng Benil? Hindi naman yata natin home court ito. Parang
Although
tayo ang hindi sanay.
Although for me siguro siguro baka iba yung perspective ko, no. I've seen I've seen games na medyo kampante ka kasi you've done your part sa training, and it shows sa game itself. Pero in times when you are faced with those situations, tapos nararamdaman mo na yung pressure, that's when when yung mismong crunch time yung nag-bring out the best in our players eh. So okay lang sa akin kung medyo cardiac yung game, kasi minsan ganun eh, lalo na when you play in the bigger leagues. Hindi naman, I mean, when you play in yung mga semis or finals, pag nakikita mo na mas pressured yung ibang mga player, na they bring out yung mga game winning shots, clutch plays sa kahit sa clutch plays sa down the stretch. Even
Yeah.
yung mga crucial free throws, 'di ba? Pag nandun ka na, final 3 seconds, and you have to shoot two free throws that can either make or break your game, then that's good for me. So
Yeah.
ayun, I'm just happy na UP eventually won sa game na
Akala
yun.
ko sasabihin mo, Robbie, is that baka hindi sanay yung team natin to play a tournament competition in the BTC, at baka usually practice ang ginagawa nila kaya hindi sila ready actually to be competitive in the BTC. In playing the BTC itself specifically, I was really afraid na baka punuin natin masyado at maging masyado siksikan. Kahit pa paano na-accommodate naman lahat ng one.
Same.
I was also
Buti
afraid
na
na baka
lang.
masyadong mainit. Pero wag ka. Ang lamig. Ang lamig sa
In fact,
BTC.
In fact, I was anticipating na yung feeling niya is parang one of those panalay games na hanggang sidelines, baselines, punong-puno. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Tapos hindi
Sa
kakayanin no aircon sa sobrang daming tao. Pero anyway, hindi
Sa sobrang
tayo
lamig.
ganun kadami.
I was saying nga, ihina ako in the end sa sobrang nervyos. Pero in the end, dahil malamig naman at sobrang lakas ng aircon, nagyelo naman na yung pantog ko. So hindi ko pa kailangan immediately. Afterwards na lang, lumabas ako para mag-defrost, saka na ako nakaihi. So sobrang excitement. Nakapag-interview pa tayo. Oo, nakapag-interview pa tayo ng players before pa ako naihi.
Yeah.
So, good job, BTC. It was a great venue for playing. It's a great experience talaga, defending also a home court. So, how about you, Jello? Anong thoughts mo about that match?
My gosh. Talagang towards the end, well, I think Coach Gold has perfectly said it when he said in our interview na ang mahalaga hindi tayo bumitaw as a team, as a community.
Yeah.
Pero talagang nanlalamig yung kamay. Syempre ito sa nail-biting game. Grabe, towards the end, talagang malamig na yung kamay ko dahil wala. Tama yung sinabi ni Miles, di ba? In as much as we want to credit Andy for everything towards the end, actually, marami ding gumawa talaga like Gani, like Noy. So, it was fun. Tapos nung sa interview
Mhm.
with Coach Gold, sabi niya, 'di ba, ang mahalaga hindi tayo bumitaw. And also sabi ni Noy doon sa interview, yun naman po yung sabi ko sa teammates ko, hindi po tayo pwedeng matalo dahil bahay natin to. Something like
Yeah.
that. So,
Not
it
in
was
our house.
it was it was one of those classic UP Maroons games na talagang hanggang dulo kailangan ng losartan at ng kung ano pang pampababa ng presyon ng mga titos at titas. But it's so amazing to see how I think now, as early as now, they're really trying to gel as a team.
Yeah. Jamo, ikaw. I see you, Jamo, going around, alam mo yun, mixing with the crowd. How was the game for you?
Sabi ko nga what better way to have a home game than to have a very very cardiac game in classic cramming Maroons fashion. Diba? What better way to have that
Pasok
first
sa
home
branding.
game
Pasok
natin?
sa branding.
Pasok sa branding natin yun. Natutuwa ako almost everyone na pinasok sa floor ay nag-contribute. Yeah, still there are points to work on, especially si Deontay Miles.
Mhm.
Medyo hindi pa siya umaabot doon sa ini-expect ng mga tao kasi I guess he is still adjusting, and
Mhm.
alam niyo naman sa venue, ang liit ng venue, ang daming tao, sobrang lakas ng I mean, daig na daig niya yung atmosphere sa MOA or sa Araneta dahil sa sobrang condensed nung mga sigaw ng mga tao eh. So I
Yeah.
guess may effect 'yon sa sa mga players kaya ganun. And
Yeah.
playing at home, defending your home court, may certain pressure din na nakakakibat yun eh. 'Di ba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yun.
It was really, really close in the end. And I can really feel the excitement, the entire crowd. They staying behind, obviously, looking to engage. And maganda rin, kahit pa paano, we're in a home court, we're at home.
Yeah.
We feel really, really close, obviously, to the players kasi ganun talaga ang feeling ng off-season, no? Mas may access ka dun sa players, and getting to talk to them was also part of the key experience for every fan. And even for us, for example, as podcasters, no, that try to share their stories behind the scenes. So it's a great experience. Now, on the next match that we had versus the LPU Pirates the next day, it was less intense, I guess. Di ba? Nakapull ahead naman tayo ng konting lead. So wala masyadong natake sa puso sa mga titos and titas. It was a redebuting game na meron tayo coming back from injury for Franny. No? So nakita natin ulit si Franny.
Yes.
Dinakdakan pa niya ang kalaban during that particular game. So how about your thoughts on that game? Miles, kamusta naman tayo dyan?
Yes, first of all, the thing that stood out for me the most, was the player of the game. Deservedly so, VJ Pre. 11 points, 8 rebounds. Most of those 11 points in the first half. Wala po kayong dapat katakutan sa mga people concerned. Again, this is the very early part of the preseason. April pa lang po. It's not even May. May is a week from now. Wala pa
It's
po
not
ang
as
Phil
usual.
Oil. So, huwag po tayo matakot. Again, nakita natin the fruit of his labor. Ayan, it's for everyone to see. Let's calm down. The reps are coming. VJ Pre also had a decent game against CSB. He had 8 points. And he had good shooting in both games. 2 out of 3 siya sa tres against CSB. And I think he also had 2 triples against Lyceum. So, VJ Pre is doing okay. We all need to calm down. We're still figuring out the system. And it's also nice to see Francis Noruka come back with a bang, with a really loud bang. Yung
Welcome back, Franny.
poster that had everyone out of their seats. In an otherwise boring game kasi ang aga nung tambak, LPU didn't really get to challenge anymore. So we really needed those dunks to fire the people up. But I think the other impressive dunk of the game was the one towards the end, with the other player that I'm going to discuss, Sean Alter. Sean Alter had 7 points. it's not doesn't pop out in terms of stats though. So it's 7 points in a game na tambak naman, in a
11.
game where a lot of people scored really high for
11
UP.
points.
Sorry, 11 points. 11
Yeah.
points for Sean Alter. But more importantly, you can see the improvement of Sean Alter, no? The way he moves, he just moves with more court awareness. He
Mm-mm.
knows where his players are. He knows the right time to attack. He can finish with his left hand, no? We've seen in both the CSB and the LPU games na he's not just good at finishing in contact, kahit fina-foul siya, he can score. He can finish with both
Mm-mm.
hands, something that Gane Stevens was already able to show us as early as season 87 in fact, no? But now Sean Alter has the same DNA. Give him the left hook, he will shoot the left hook. Give him a right hook, he'll shoot the right hook. Foul him, he will shoot against you. Sean Alter, big improvement. We really
Mhm.
hope that this translates to the season and the fruits of your labor are clear. We see you, we see the work that you put in, and we're
Yeah.
very proud of you. So, yeah, those are the
May
standouts of
highlight
the
pa
game for
yan.
me, among other things.
May
And the
highlight,
highlight dunk, the foul,
highlight
the foul.
alley-oop, yung ano,
Yeah.
Tsaka ang daming
ang Josh.
Laro
pinalaro
na eh.
na players na against LPU. I think if I'm not mistaken, walang player na more than 20 minutes ang nilaro sa game.
Yeah.
Yes.
So ibig
Walang
sabihin
masyadong
talagang nag-eksperimento. We were able to afford to experiment in terms of our kumbaga yung mga chess pieces natin inside the court because maaga nga yung lamang. So nakita natin Elliot Di Maculangan gumawa.
Yeah. Choi.
Si Choi, si Kiyo,
Kiyo.
nagkaroon sila ng mga moments nila na ipakita what they are capable of. At galing. Ay sabihin ako, parang itong mga games na to, sorry for the term, parang, but we abuse these games to actually field second stringers, third stringers para makita natin yung kumbaga sa pagluluto, 'di ba? Yung iba't ibang sangkap at lahok at let's see ano yung lalabas na masarap. So it's nice to see that.
Yeah. It's really good obviously that the playing time that Sean Alter, the nod that he was given on representing the Philippines in 3x3 is actually helping his confidence a lot, and it's showing, you know. So that's something obviously that we are looking forward to because we really need obviously these guys to be pretty strong come season. So hopefully mag-gelling pa sila a little bit, no? And the action will not stop because immediately coming this Saturday we'll be entering the knockout phase of the NSAC Asia Basket Tournament where we'll be facing the Adamson Falcons, no? Natalo na tayo ng Adamson Falcons earlier this off-season. And mukhang maglalaro tayo sa South. And when I say South, hindi naman Australia, no? Sa Las Piñas. Malapit sa Cavite kung saan 44 degrees ang temperature. So magdala tayo. Magdala tayo ng Jisoo Life. Doon tayo daw this Saturday o University of Perpetual Health System Delta Gym. So doon ang ating laban.
Aircon ba doon?
Magandang tanong. Siguro yan ang unang tanong no? Will it worth the ticket price? Kasi kung walang aircon, sabi nila malamig daw manood lang live streaming.
At sineryoso talaga ng NSAC yung school tour mula Diliman, north of Quezon City. Papunta
Mark,
naman.
ano oras ang game natin doon?
Hindi ko pa sure. We will need to check that particular schedule. Pero given na UP tayo, featured match yan. Last game yan.
1 p.m. daw. 1 p.m. Katirika ng araw.
Katirika ng araw. Oo. Outdoor gym daw ito. Wag naman. Di ba?
Hindi na Jisoo Life ang kailangan dyan. Iwata na.
Iwata.
Sabi ko nga, as a tita,
Cemento court ba yan?
As a tita that is concerned, pagpasok ko doon at pag walang aircon, sasabihin ko agad sa team manager natin, wag na pababain yung boys. Ituloy lang yung aircon. Guys, pack up tayo. Uwi na lang tayo. Baka ma-injure pa. Joke lang. I'm sure naman well-conditioned, air-conditioned ang gym. Pina-pressure ko lang, di ba? I'm sure naman. Sobrang init, guys.
Sure
Hindi
yan,
natin kaya nang walang aircon, di ba?
Pero,
Mahirap na.
Init.
pero Mark, sa Ayala Malls by the Bay, aircon.
Oo, social.
Ano bang
Ayala
nangyari
Malls.
doon?
Meron tayong 3x3 tournament, di ba? That is already ongoing. Started April 27. That's today. We had results already from the women's basketball team and our men's basketball team. For the men's basketball team, we split our results. Natalo tayo sa Adamson Falcons na kinalaban natin kanina. Pero nanalo naman tayo versus the UE Red Warriors. POG against the match against the UE Red Warriors. Si
May
Migs,
players pa pala sila.
Kung alam ko
Grabe
sino
naman
Pinilde.
yung ano mo.
Baka sila
Meron
din may
pa.
guest players, charot. Oo, ang ating
Hugot.
si Migs ang ating best player para sa laro natin against UE. Nanalo tayo ng 21-19. Para sa Adamson natalo tayo no? Nanalo Adamson ng 15-14. For the women's basketball team, unfortunately, we didn't get the win today. We lost to the FEU Tamarals 15-14 and to the UE Red Warriors again. 19-18, very, very close sa mga laban. No? So, baka naman tomorrow, and then we have 2 more games, 2 more game days. We have 5 more matches remaining para sa ating 3XC. So, pag nasa Ayala Malls by the bay kayo, by the beach, by the bay ba yun? Manood tayo, no? Air condition doon at hindi tayo madi-disappoint. O, eto na, ang next topic. Diba?
Ano ba yun?
Everybody flocks to the Varsity Training Center on Saturday. Kasi maagang-maaga pa lang ng Saturday. Aba, may patikim. May pasilip. Ano yan? Merong ginawang uniform. May nagpagawa ng uniform bigla-bigla. No?
Nang mabilisan.
Oo. Alam mo bakit nagpagawa? Kasi na-check ang ticket sales. No? Para sa Sabado, mababa. Pataasin. Palaruin. Yun ang marketing strategy. So, a certain mythical Omega level player ang biglang nag-suit up para sa UP Fighting Maroons this Saturday against the Benilde Blazers. And this is none other than UP prospect and UP guest player Andy Himao. Sino nga ba tong si Andy Himao? Sandali, meron ako ditong backgrounder. Bigyan natin ng konting kwento ng background. So Andy Himao is a highly regarded Filipino basketball player born June 26, 2006. So 19 years old pa lang si Bagets, no? 6'1" player, played for the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Squires. Juniors MVP siya during that time. Averaged 17.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists during their final series and named also as one of their mythical 5. No? Highly touted talaga siya. Blue chip recruiter, kumbaga, from high school. Brought his talents into the Veritas Academy in the US, including Nike EYBL Scholastic Circuits, and then moved immediately to the Royal Crown School in Toronto, Canada for his senior year. And then, nagbabaksyon lang, di ba? Bumibisita ng mga pamilya. Pero nakikita na natin, di ba? May mga breadcrumbs, di ba? Mga pasuot ng sapatos, pa Nike daw. Pero familiar yung sapatos. Nasa ang court yan? Para naman basang-basa namin yan. Diyos ko naman, tayo naman, di ba? Tayo naman itong kinilig-kilig kasi, may nakauwi. And then, soon enough, di ba, with alam mo, a little bit of grapevine news, nakita natin na biglang naglaro din naman itong si Andy Himao sa Asia Basket. No, officially, wala siya official lineup, pero they were allowed to have him play as supposedly a guest player for the UP Fighting Maroons.
Note natin that 2024, naglaro na sa atin si Andy for Pinoy Liga.
Correct.
Hindi
One-time deal, nagpapawis din, na-excite, di ba? And even before naman that there were conversations that eventually, if indeed Andy Himao plays for the Philippines, it's everybody's mind. Hindi na daw tayo magugulat kung mag-commit siya sa UP. But for now, we still do not have news and any type of commitment or discussions itself, specifically if the UP has indeed, di ba, acquired the services of Andy Himao for season 89. But,
pero nag-Serbia siya 2 years ago.
Kayo talaga? Sabi naman, Canada sa June. Bakit? Diba?
Sa Canada pupunta, diba? I think naman, to be fair, ang pagtingin ko, talagang naghihintay din naman si Bagets ng D1 offer abroad, 'di ba? Syempre
Yeah.
hindi wag nating tanggalin sa kanya yung opportunity at yung possibility that he would be able to play in a bigger league in the US. So, I think ako sa limitadong kaalaman ko, I think yun lang naman what's holding him back sa
Yeah.
pagko-commit sa atin because if it were any other reason, then we would have seen him or we would have heard that he was, perhaps kumonek sa ganto, kumonek sa ganyan na ibang uni, pero wala naman eh. Wala naman.
Yeah.
It's been what? 2 years since 2024. I think it's just really that. Tapos syempre, doon sa mga asang-asa na, mag D1 ka na lang, kaya mag-doon ka na lang kasi mas deserve mo yun. Wala.
I mean, yeah.
Sinasabi niyo lang yan kasi ayaw niyo mapunta sa amin si Andy.
Yeah.
And you are, kayo lang naman ang magbe-benefit doon kasi. So,
If
bless.
it comes, if the opportunity presents itself, why not, diba?
Yeah. Yeah.
If he will get
Yeah.
those NIL deals plus a really good school sa D1.
And we would be happy
why
for
not?
him.
Okay lang.
Oo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wala
And
namang
in my
problema
mind,
eh.
in
He
my
will
mind,
be welcomed naman sa UP community no matter what, di ba? I mean,
yeah,
he played for
in
us.
my mind, panalo na tayo, pinili na niya ang UP. 'Di ba? But the
Babawiin
difference
pa
is,
rin naman natin yung championship
but
regardless.
alam mo yun, mas pinipili natin ang better future para dun sa bata. No?
Oo.
Correct.
Hindi
Kasi
tayo
parang
magdadahilan ng
pinili na niya tayo. Wala na. Kung Pilipinas na rin siya, tayo na ang pinili niya. Done deal. But nagkataon na mas mahal natin siya. And it means that it will serve him a better future, better opportunities to play somewhere else or abroad, then we still love him
So
for
be
it.
it.
If you love someone, let him go, ganun.
Ganun, set you free.
You
Love
free.
you
Ganun.
must mean I really have to set you free. Ganun ba? Pero wag
Hindi po
ka
kami
kinikilig ka.
magdadahilan na hindi umabot sa academic requirements, hindi po.
Ano ba yan? Ano ba tayo Ateneo?
No, we don't. We don't do that here.
Oo.
Pero we
wag
don't
ka,
do that
wag
here.
ka kinikilig.
Hindi
Kilig.
tayo
mga
kapitbahay
pictures.
natin, ha? Okay?
Kinikilig
Hindi tayo
tayo,
nagdadahilan
nakikita mga
na
pictures.
na akads kuno. Pero yeah, no, we don't do that here.
Pero wag ka, diba? We can really see naman din that the Andy is really, really comfortable with the team already. Even during our second game in VTC, you can see that he was there watching, supporting, interacting, having laughs, having fun with the team.
Yeah.
And he's really, really passionate when he plays. You can really see obviously on
hype pa
how
siya
he converses, how he respects his teammates, how they are able to be really, really close in the short period of time. And all of this preparation that we're doing, diba? I will not be surprised if he goes ahead and decide also to play during the Phil Oil and the remaining games of Asia Baskets. Because the thought of perhaps being able to play to season 89 is something already also that is a possibility. So this opportunity of gelling as early as now, on the eventuality that perhaps he may decide to stay, is already, alam mo yan, in the works. The preparation is already there. So already that excitement is already there. No? So I would be not surprised that if he eventually does decide to play with us, might just play 1 year or 2 years kasi baka mamaya makita na siya. And then all of a sudden he gets recruited somewhere else. And we'll be so happy for him. Alam mo, those are things that happens to Francis Lopez, to Kobe Paras, for example, actually too. So those are proud products and they're all proud to have played for the UP Fighting Maroons. So regardless, alam mo, we're happy for him. Pero balikan muna natin. Ano naman ang nangyari sa kanya during the games? Ang dami natin. Miles, thoughts?
Ang anticipation ng mga tao kay Andy, grabe din. Kasi, di ba, alam mo naman tayo, ang pinakamaingay na crowd sa buong Kalawakan, ang UP crowd. Pero pag hawak niya ang bola, may katahimikan.
Correct. Ang daming, in bated breath, no? Parang umihinto ang mundo. Pero Miles, let's have ourselves be grounded to reality. How was Andy in his debut game this preseason?
It was impressive. Let's not downplay. It was impressive. Of course, wag natin din i-glaze, no. There are points for improvement definitely, but we see a lot of positives. At the beginning, he already tried to assert himself. He actually was able to score, no? Yung very first attempt niya was a pull-up jumper. He made it. And then later on, he made 2 triples. The first one was assisted by Remogat, which he returned the favor later on, no? He was able to assist Remogat
Yeah.
doon sa corner 3 na yun in the clutch time. But going back to Andy Hemao, 19 points with 5 out of 7 field goal shooting. That's a really high percentage from him.
Mhm.
So kudos to him. He was an efficient scorer. 2 out of 2 sa tres. 2 out of 2 perfect siya from 3-point range. Very good. Mukhang nag-improve siya. Coming out of Letran High School, he already had an outside shot. He was already very athletic. But the one thing that he really added to his game was that pull-up jumper. And he showed that many times in the game, no? He was dribbling off a pick and roll, and then he will pull up for a jumper. His very last field goal was a pull-up jumper, no? Before those 2 free throws. In fact, I think he was going for a pull-up jumper when he got fouled, no? That's why
Right.
he was sent to the
Yeah.
line. And kudos to him. Another thing that he learned when he was in Canada was how to be a point guard. In Letran High School, he was a shooting guard. But in Canada, because of his height, he had to learn how to play point guard, which I think he ably did. Kasi nakita naman natin,
Mhm.
the 5 assists speak for themselves, including two corner 3-pointers. No? I think he's impressive as a passer, especially in finding the corner shooter. No? His very first assist was a pass to Chico Briones for a 3 in the corner. And his very last assist was yun nga, the pass to Ray Remogat in the corner for the 3-pointer. So I think he's really good at attracting defenders. And contrary to concerns by other people, this is just a 1-game sample. But I think the signs are promising na if in case Andy Hemao decides to suit up for UP, there will be chemistry between him and Remogat, no? Pwede silang pagsabayan together in court. I think
Hmm.
the threat that they create for each other, for their teammates, can really open up a lot of offensive options for UP. Now, Andy
Sama mo pa si
Hemao,
Jacob.
of course, we still have
Teammates yan.
Jacob tsaka si Pre. Jacob was his teammate.
Yeah.
And then of course we still have Gani Stevens in the middle. That's a very complete lineup. Should Hemao choose to join us. But on defense, we see Andy Hemao has a lot of effort though. You cannot, again, going back to what Coach Pat said, hindi ka pwedeng maglaro sa UP nang hindi ka dumedepensa. So the effort is there. That being said, we also saw some missed assignments, no? I think that's a part of the reason why Saint Benilde was really able to build a huge lead in the first half, no, and even in the third quarter. It wasn't to be fair, it wasn't just Andy Hemao, but
Yeah.
it was also some of the mistakes he committed. No, he was missing some assignments, some switches. Sometimes magkukumpulan silang dalawa sa gitna with another player, which leaves a 3-point shooter ng Benilde open, no, which led to the really high percentage in the first half. But that being said, as long as the effort is there, the defensive IQ, kayang ituro yan. But you cannot teach the hops, you cannot teach the instincts, you cannot teach the passing and the shooting instincts. No? The form siguro kayang ituro, but just being able to put it all together, he strikes me as a natural baller, no? Not just an athlete, pero yung
Mhm.
kasi meron yung athlete the Kobe Paras types who are freak athletes, and then you have the Juan Gomez de Leano types, the Richie Rivero types who
Ballers.
are
Yeah.
athletes pero makikita mo mas litaw yung skills nila, no, yung handles, yung shooting. And there's an argument for him, no, just to end this analysis. There's an argument for him to join the UP Fighting Maroons. We've already seen Kevin Alas do this for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, no. Kasi pwede naman makakuha ka ng NIL deal, so financially rewarding to play abroad, no problem. You get
Mhm.
into a D1 program, no problem. But if you're going to a D1 program or worse, D2 program and not get minutes, not get reps, and of course, if you enter into such a program na you're not getting minutes, and then ultimately your basketball route will take you to Asia, no, and not the NBA. So parang realistically speaking, you would rather stand out in the Philippines than not get reps abroad, no, than frankly not get reps, even if
True.
it's also financially rewarding. you'd rather be an MVP caliber player in the UAAP, no? Kasi we've already seen players go abroad, standing out in the UAAP. So yes, we'd love for Andy Hemao to pursue his dreams abroad. But also yes, well, I mean, wag tayo masyadong asado, no? Let's hope for the best for him. We love him. Let's hope he can fulfill his dreams. But let's also acknowledge na yes, there's an argument for him to play for the UP Fighting Maroons. So yun.
Yeah.
Mark,
May
yeah.
mababox out lang siya.
And honestly, alam mo yun, for somebody who just came out from Canada, diba, parang coming off the bench, practice lang, I guess, barely a week, and then winning, and being a centerpiece, for example, in a very high-pressure game.
Correction. Isang gabi lang daw yung practice niya.
Oh, isang gabi. I mean,
Wow.
I think we're fine. The kid is fine. I think the kid is fine.
Right.
So, Andy, whatever you decide to do, and alam mo yan, we're all here and we're supporting. But thank you for playing with us and providing that excitement to the titas and titas. If eventually, obviously, you do choose to play for the UP Fighting Maroons, we'll love you. But regardless, alam mo yan, if you do choose, for example, to aim and get the better, alam mo yan, the better heights, alam mo yan, better opportunities, that's something that we will be proud of as well. So,
and you'll
Andy
be forever
Mouse,
a fighting maroon.
Forever a fighting Maroons.
Maglaro pa sa perpetual.
O, tingnan natin, di ba? Sana,
Tingnan natin.
oo. Sana,
let's
kailangan
see.
may aircon, taga-Canada yan, sanay sa malamig, alam mo na. Okay, in other news, we also have some results today. We have our third win in a row for the 3 games that we had in the last 3 days. In PUBL, we also won against the Philippine National University. The UP Fighting Maroons won 99-51. So tuloy pa, dalawa pala yung tournament natin. Meron pa tayong PUBL.
Meron pa
And
nga
also,
pala nun.
in some other news as well, congratulations, Nina Itang, our second best middle, na magkukuha naman siya ng kanyang award this UAP season. But then also, she got selected, di ba? Shortlisted on the Alas Pilipinas training pool. So congratulations! Potential national team member, Nina Itang. And meron din ako nagawang recording recently with her. Makikita natin meron isang featured video na potentially lalabas with the timeout team. So I had that opportunity to get a one-on-one also with Nina Itang. Oh, guys, nag-VTC tayo. Ang dami nating na-meet ng mga players, ng mga coaches, ng mga fans natin. Ano mga shoutout natin, guys?
Mauna na ako. To Lola Leti Baila. Thank you very much, Lola Leti, for always paghintay na magkalabas kami ng bagong episode. I hope to see you in the games, Lola Leti. And of course, to Tita Eve and Tita Eric Baila. Thank you for always supporting us and for always being friendly to our podcast. Also to Tito Lowell Briones and to Chico's mom, hello po. And nakausap ko din ang dad ni Russell Ogana and I forgot the other one, but yun, thank you for always supporting our pod, and we hope to see you in the games also.
Miles, sino sa atin?
Ayan. First of all, shout out to Sir Dennis Morada. Sir Dennis Morada, na-meet natin siya, Jello and Jamo sa lobby ng VTC. We were able to talk to him, had a picture, hello po. And also shout out to our listeners. May very quickly lang po may nagabot ng sticker. Last Saturday, they really enjoyed specifically the Coach Pat episode, the interview of Coach Pat.
Again, shout out Coach Pat. Thank you. Go get your 10 seconds to play this shirt. The iconic words of Nico Ramos during our season 84 championship. Only at Archive 87. Yan, available siya sa Dilimall, second floor.
Dilimall. Yeah.
Tapos,
Robbie, ikaw.
Una, shoutout ulit kay Sir Dennis, no. Maliban sa nakausap nila sina Miles, Jello, John. In-invite din tayo sa 3x3. Hopefully may ano tayo.
Yeah,
Thank you for
mahaba pa
inviting
naman
us.
this weekend, diba? May, I guess,
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully kung may chance na
hopefully.
makapag-leave sa trabaho, makahabol. Yun. Tapos from VTC papuntang UH, shout out kina Dean Kiko Diaz tsaka si Prof. Lujay Sonido.
Yeah.
Nakasalubong namin. Thank you sa pag-accommodate. Tapos shout out din kay the legendary Coach Eric
Coach Eric.
Altamirano. Yon, salamat. Nakadaupang palad namin siya for about 2 minutes, no? May short interview kami. Thank you, Coach Eric. We're looking forward to interviewing you.
Again.
And shout out din sa kanyang mga bagong recruit sa UP Women's Basketball Team. Ayun.
Abangan natin yan.
Lips are sealed.
And of course, we want to say hi to Maroon Talk and thank you Upbeat.
Yun.
Also Upbeat Merchandise and Maroon Talk for the sponsorship, for the friendship. It feels good to be part of a very supportive community that we belong to right now. So walang kumbaga parang the more nagkakaroon ng mga podcast, kumbaga the table gets bigger and longer to accommodate everyone at walang nang-gatekeep. Ayan.
Yes. And
Yun.
one last shout out pala. Also to the people sa Navs Effect Community Podcast. Nakita natin Robbie, sina Carl, sina Francois, forgot how to pronounce his name.
Francois.
Francois. si Dwight, si Papa Dwight, they're part of the larger media community, no? So we have media passes, we covered the NSAC, and nakakadaupang palad natin po, no, yung other members of sports media, and we're all one big happy family, we're all one big community, bringing the action to you para ma-enjoy nyo, creating content for you guys to consume. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Yeah. And the fun never stops in the preseason of the UAAP. So for the UP men's basketball team and women's basketball team, the fun continues on the 3x3 games. It's still going to be continuing in the next 2 games in the Ayala Malls by the Bay. And obviously the continuing matches for the knockout stages of the Asia Basket and SAC. So let's continue watching, and also PUBL. No? Immediately after that, the off-season continues with Phil Oil. And then later on, meron pa tayong trip going to Canada. So watch out for all of that. Meron tayong mga shorts. Thank you for liking and also subscribing to the Uptakes podcast. Again, this is Mark, Jello, Jamo, and Robbie, and also Miles. Thank you, and as always, UP Fight, guys.
UP
Fight.
Like, share, and subscribe.